Hello my friends, Paul here in the RoJoBe Music Arts and Crafts room, and welcome to the December Christmas 2024 shop update. So first of all, apologies, it's obviously quite echoey in here, but I just wanted to start this shop update in the art room just to show you what progress I've made. Incidentally, we have now started courses, art and crafts courses, only a couple of them at the moment, but seems to be quite popular. The students seem to really like it. So, you know, next year I'm sure we're going to be selling quite a few more courses, art and crafts courses. So we charge a little bit more for the art and craft courses as opposed to the English courses because when they make things, models or you know, any kind of creation, art and crafty, they get to take it home. So, you know, we just charge them a little bit extra just to cover the cost of, you know, the materials and the kits and all sorts of things. You know, we don't overcharge, just a little bit extra, just because, you know, for a 20-hour course, they'll probably take home at least half a dozen models or things that they make or create. So, as I said, you know, we've sold a couple of courses already and started those, and it seems to be going really well. So what I wanted to show you in here is that I've finished, 95% finished the decorating in here. So what I did was I ordered some custom-made wallpaper, basically. So starting over this side, so it's graffiti art wallpaper, and when I say it's 95% finished, you can probably see there's a gap at the top, but I'm not really bothered about that. I might fill that in with something. So I've got this graffiti art wallpaper, you know, and I've got actually 3 different designs. So there's this one, which literally just looks like a graffiti wall, and that's exactly what I was looking for. So as you come into the art room, this is the wall to your left, and continuing round here towards the door, let's say this is a different design, quite macabre, but you know, still sort of graffiti art looking type thing, and that continues a little bit over in this corner, the other side wall, the right hand side wall as you walk in. I've deliberately made it, you know, look sort of, you know, just slapped together because that's kind of the look I'm looking for. So there's that in that corner, and then over this side we've got this one. So, you know, it's sort of a hip-hop based graffiti art type thing, and I've got a bit more of the skeleton one right over in that corner. I wanted it to look, you know, sort of all over the place. That's kind of the point. And again, you know, at the top here, all the way along, we've got a gap, which is really not a problem. I might, as I said, fill it in with something later. So the art room is now basically finished and in use, which is really, really cool. I'm really looking forward to all of the projects in the new year and the courses. So we'll head out of here now, back into the workshop. Very quiet today. Okay, so I'll just quickly run through some of the gadgets and gizmos I've picked up over the past couple of weeks or so. There's not a lot really, but one of the most interesting things I did buy was this kit. So we've got this thing, and you can see it's kind of ergonomic for holding in your hand, and it's got the Velcro at the bottom. And you know, it's a nice size that fits in the palm of your hand, and it comes with all of these sanding pads. So it goes from 400 grit up to 3,000 grit. It's 400, 600, 800, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 and 3,000. So is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different grits from 400 to 3,000. And this is what I'm using for doing fret jobs, you know, on fretboards. And I've used it a couple of times and it really does work good. I'm very happy with this. I would have preferred it to have been perhaps, you know, a little bit longer, but it does work absolutely fine. I'm really happy with this. And, you know, as I said, it comes with the different grades of grit from 400 to 3,000. And I've got like 50 or 60 of these, so they'll last me a long time. And this is made of rubber, not plastic, so it's nice. It feels nice in the hand. It's comfortable to use. You know, it doesn't dig into your hand or anything. Really nice. Dirt cheap this kit. Can't remember what it was, but basically a couple of quid. And you know, I specifically bought this for doing you know, fretboards. I've been looking for ages for something along these lines, and I finally came across it. I thought, right, buying it right now, so I did. So that's that one bit of kit. Also in a previous episode I showed you this little mini rotary drill kit grinder type thing, and again I've been using it. It's lacking on power a little bit and speed, but it's fine, it does the job. You know, it's not meant for heavy duty work, it's meant for light, tiny detailed work, and it is fine for that. So, it came with a few, you know, attachments. I've put a few extras in there as well. I've got, you know, little polishing pads and cutters and wire brushes and things. And I bought another set to go with it, which is this one here. And that's, you know, all little sort of cutting tools, various shapes, sizes, dimensions and all that. And again, I've used a couple of these. They seem to work really well. Probably really only for wood. I wouldn't want to use these on metal because I don't think they last very long. But I don't really work with metal anyway. So I bought that little kit to go with my rotary tool. Seems to work very well. Now, one other thing I did buy, again recently in a in a shop update, I showed you that I bought a bigger compressor, and did I say it was 8 bar? I think it's 8 bar, 120 psi, I think, something like that. And you know, the reason I bought that was predominantly for my spray guns, which I've not used it on yet, so I've not had a job to do that with. But I thought I can get a few different air tools. Now, one that I have bought, stuck to the carpet, is this. Any of you that use things like this, you know what it is. It's called an orbital sander. So this part spins, but it also kind of oscillates as well. And it's, you know, it's air powered. There's some weight to that. I mean, this was cheap. It was like, it was under a tenner, well under a tenner. But it, you know, it's got some weight to it, so it's built pretty well. You know, you've got your speed control there, your exhaust here. So I have used this because I'm doing a job that I needed this for. So I've been using it. Now I've got a problem. My compressor is not man enough to run this because these, you know, they use a lot of air. So the problem is I can use it for about a minute. Not even that. I can use it for like 20 seconds, and then the pressure drops in the compressor, and the compressor kicks in. But the compressor cannot keep up with this, so the pressure is going down and down and down and down, even though the motor is running on the compressor. It's a shame because, you know, I will have had a lot of uses for this. I can use it, but just for very short periods, literally a few seconds. And I already had some 80 grit pads. I've had them in the shop for ages, and this is a 5-inch disc, and I had the 80 grit pads at 5-inch. And as I said, I can use it, but just for a few seconds. So really, it's not not that much good, and it's a real shame, but there it is. I can use it. And I also bought this pack of pads for it. I think there's, I don't know, 100 or so in there. And they go from 80 grit to, what is that, 3,000? Oh, right. Yes, it is actually. So I've got like 100 discs, pads that go from 80 grit to 3,000 grit. But its use is going to be limited. There it is, such is life. You know, you live and learn. It's fine. It'll do the job, you know, provided I only do it for a few seconds at a time. Okay, so again, in a recent video, I showed you some mandolins that I bought. I bought one for myself from a particular seller. I liked it so much, I bought several more. Well, I've made a little bit of progress with them, but I had to wait for parts. So these first two, I've got the tuning post bushings in and all the strings on that one and that one. Actually just finished that one this morning. And I did say that some of them would need a little bit of fretwork. Well, these didn't, unless I'd already done it before, I couldn't remember. But they did need quite a bit of work lowering the action, particularly on the bridge stroke saddle. I haven't filmed any of it because it's things that you've seen me do before. So I had to lower the action on those, but it was pretty straightforward, quite easy. And so I've got two of them ready now. So I'm going to be doing this one next, and then there's two more at the back there. That one's mine there. So yeah, as I said, I had to wait for some of the materials to arrive. They've all arrived now, so I'm getting on with those. There's not really a great rush. But what I've decided to do over the Christmas holiday period is to rewrite all of my ads on Marketplace for the instruments that I'm selling. And I haven't actually got the violins or the mandolins on Marketplace yet. So I've decided I'm going to, you know, take all new photographs and I'm going to completely redo all of my ads on Marketplace for the instruments I'm selling, including the mandolins and the violins. But obviously I need to get them all finished first. All of the violins are done. I've still got to do three more of the mandolins, get those finished, and then get them all advertised. And as I said, redo all of my old ads as well. And I've had a sale on for a few months, 50% off, and I have sold quite a few things, but it seems to have slowed down a bit, so I've decided the sale is finished. So I'm going to be redoing all the ads. I'm not going to put the prices back up to the full original prices. I'm still going to knock a little bit off, but not 50%, because I'm just losing money whenever I do sell anything. Okay, so one other thing I'm going to do in the new year is I'm going to start doing some different videos. I'm still going to do, you know, the videos that I have done up until now, projects and everything. But I've decided I'm going to start a couple of new sort of series, if you like. Haven't really worked out the details yet, but one of them is going to be luthier tips and tricks and you know, ways of doing certain things, like fret jobs, like restringing, like lowering the action, you know, all sorts of different things. I'm going to do a series of luthier videos showing how to do certain jobs on instruments. So, you know, there are many that I can do, and you know, I've got a few ideas of the ones I'm going to start with. I'm going to start with some of the simpler ones, like you know, fret jobs. But what I really want is for my followers, subscribers, viewers to put in the comments, what would you like to see? What would you like me to show you how to do? Because there are so many luthier type jobs. And you know, this series could run on and on and on, and I'd be quite happy to do that. I'll probably I'll put out 2 or 3 per month, something like that. That might change. You know, it might be only one particular month. It might be 3 or 4 another month. Really depends on you know, what videos I end up making and what people request. So please, if you have any ideas of things you want to learn to do and you want me to show you how to do it, put it in the comments, preferably of this video, so I've got some ideas to start with. But I will mention this in all of the videos that I make, and you know, encourage people to put in the comments what they want, what kind of video content they want to see, as you know, for luthier jobs, tips, tricks, you know, all sorts of things. So that's one series I'm going to do, and I'm also going to start another series of kind of still to do with instruments, but not always, but art and craft stuff, you know, different different things to try on instruments, mainly, you know, to make them look a bit different. I mean, as many of my regular viewers and my subscribers will know, I make instruments and they're all quite unique. You know, they've all got a little bit of quirkiness to them. But I want to kind of expand on that a bit. I want to do, you know, like unusual things to do with instruments, but other things as well. You know, I'm kind of been inspired a bit by the arts and crafts room that I've set up, and you know, we've got all sorts of models and things, and it's given me a little bit of inspiration to try a few different things. You know, I've been watching another guy on YouTube, Ben Crow, and of what's the name of his company? I forget now. Anyway, Ben Crow, he's an English guy on YouTube, and he does all sorts of, you know, weird and wonderful things with instruments, way better than anything I do. And I've been watching his videos lately, and you know, thought, yeah, you know, that's where I need to go, sort of more the quirky, unusual stuff, experimenting. I mean, he's experimenting with all sorts of things. It's crazy. Yeah, I can't remember the name of his company offhand, but it's anyway, Ben Crow. Crimson Guitars, that's it. That's just, my mind went blank for a minute. Crimson Guitars, you should check it out if you're interested in the stuff I do. Crimson Guitars, run by a guy called Ben Crow. In my mind, he's mind-blowing, some of the stuff he does, and he, like me, doesn't cover up any of the mistakes. If things go horribly wrong, we see it on his YouTube videos, and I think that's a good thing, because if you're experimenting with new ideas, new techniques, you are going to have disasters. I mean, I have disasters all the time. He has disasters all the time, and there's nothing better than showing the viewers, you know, what can go wrong and how it can go wrong, because that's part of learning new processes. So yeah, so I'm going to start two new series next year. Going to be you know, luthier jobs, many of which will be subject to requests. Excuse me, and also some art, craft, quirky, weird, wonderful stuff as well. So quite a lot of ideas, you know, in the pipeline. I'm not sure what direction that's all going to go, but it's going to be interesting. So I think that's enough waffling for this month, this year. And interestingly as well, this it's worked out really well. This is now my 300th video upload on my YouTube channel. So I think that's an achievement. And you know, I would really like my algorithms to go up. So please, if you haven't already, comment, share, subscribe, like, hit the notification bell. Please tell all of your friends, colleagues, relatives, anyone who might be interested in my videos, my channel. Please, let's get those numbers up, and you know, see if we can start to do some really interesting stuff next year. Okay, so I'm not very Christmassy myself, but to the rest of you, have a good Christmas, and we will see you in the new year. In the meantime, please look after yourselves, look after each other, and we will see you next year. Peace out.